their chance at shooting the ball. They've had opportunities against Endpoint. And while they didn't shoot fantastic, I think they're warmed up and they're ready to go against a team that's taught themselves Vitality.
We'll get things kicked off to the desk. Just full on Vitality here. We have enjoyed watching Alpha play. It has taken them a little while to get into the rotation. Kaydop and Fairy Peak demand a certain way of the game to be played, and Alpha has slowly found his way into it.
And what I noticed from Vitality, as Alpha almost carries it over Farah, excuse me, was that Alpha and Kaydop are both this duo of just shooting maniacs. I feel like they'll both just randomly have these back and forth give and goes where they'll put so many shots on net, force the defense to dive at a save, and then Fairy Peak comes in with the cleanup.
Fairy Peak has, like you said, been that third man, has been able to clean up. Here's a shot from Farah, and Alpha have to make it a save on the goal line. Vitality, a little dicey on defense there, but they do get it away. Farah throws it straight at Kaydop and gets a piece of his clear. Chaussette plays it over to Farah, cut out by Kaydop. Fairy Peak looking for that pass across. It does eventually come out to Kaydop off the ceiling, drops it down to Alpha.
We can already see the setups really come out for Vitality. I mean, you saw Kaydop just nail Alpha there off the ceiling. Beautiful play here, trying to get that assist game to work in. And Kaydop, he's been a monster this entire season. But on the other side, I'm paying attention to Chaussette. Here comes a demo, though, from Farah opening up the defense.
And shot from Chaussette is good. Big bump as well from Fruity on the goal line, and that'll secure the goal.
And this was their game plan last season for Reciprocity. We just noticed Farah get an incredible demo. And then Fruity, he dive bombs the net, going kamikaze, and then he just bumps the goalkeeper all the way out of position. And this, like I said, this is something that we saw so much last season that worked for Reciprocity so well, and now they're trying to implement it again.
And Fruity here is again off the back wall, couldn't get there. And Reciprocity, we talked about their shooting and putting up so many shots, but not converting the goals. Well, how about you take the defender out of the way? Fruity doing that there, and is able to secure a goal for Reciprocity. Here's a shot from Kaydop. It hits so hard to the corner, and Vitality respond.
Misread bounces Farah. I think he just hit it too down directly into the ground, and it forced Fruity to go for a wall pinch. He misread the timing, and Kaydop skyrockets the ball into the corner.
And you could hear it. It just hit the inside of the post there. That'll give the equalizer to Vitality. Great shot from Kaydop. A little slow here on defense, though. Fruity looking for options to his left. Everyone pushed up for Reciprocity here. They're lucky to stay with the ball. Alpha looking to make them pay still. Chaussette racing back. Does get the clear off his back wall. Fairy Peak. Pass back to Kaydop. Back to Fairy Peak. Touch on target. Went straight to Chaussette. Fruity using that flip off the ceiling, and a shot down, saved by Alpha. The ball is inside the net. Quick counter now by Kaydop. Tough save for Fruity to get up. Alpha looking to take it himself. Has to get by Farah. Does so off the back wall, looking for help now as it comes out to his teammates.
I love the vision from Alpha there. He saw that Fairy Peak was across the net waiting for a pass, but he knew it was too predictable. So what did he do instead? He took it himself, and then that's what opened up so much space in the air. Almost got the setup. An unfortunate pinch for him. But as we continue, I mean, we have noticed the shooting for Reciprocity. We were saying it was plaguing them in the previous series, and even in this season, they could not shoot on target. So far, they've been lethal with their shots, all of them almost going directly into the net. There's just been some fantastic saves coming out from the defensive end of Vitality.
Vitality keeping Reciprocity locked in here, and you can see them using that midfield space given up, cut out there by Reciprocity, though, to slow things down. Fruity off the ceiling. Can't get a second touch. Now Chaussette. Kaydop gets to that, and Fruity plays it over to Farah. The flick on, not there. Farah couldn't make contact. And Vitality fighting over it in their own end. Alpha comes out with it. Get some help from K-Dot, but Chaussette there cleared away.
And it's an uncharacteristic clear for Chaussette, a player notably known to dribble almost every clear he can get out of his own end. He has been a little bit panicked on the defense as I've been watching him play, even in the series earlier. It felt like he was rushing the ball instead of controlling it, going for the pace, and slowing the ball down, really.
Bouncing ball here for Fairy Peak, looking for a second touch to set up his teammates, and Fruity took out Alpha. And now Chaussette, the early flick. It does come out to Farah, but demoed by Fairy Peak.
Final seconds.
Alpha can't keep a hold of it. K-Dot to pop it up, maybe chase after it himself. Farah there to meet him. Fairy Peak gonna keep it on, and it'll eventually drop overtime in game 1.
Has been back and forth this game so far. Neither of these teams have been really holding on to possession while they've all had great jabs at the defensive goal. Nothing too particular has stood out.
A couple of fakes by Farah, and eventually he just removes the defender and gets the ball. Here's Farah again. Tried to go under K-Dot. 2 go here. Farah, or excuse me, Fruity trying to toss it out to Farah. Chaussette looking to do it himself.
Nobody's on the
back
backboard.
wall. It comes clean off. Fruity there to secure the win for Reciprocity, and 34 seconds is all they need.
Nobody was on the backboard. You can see Fairy Peak and Alpha both had a choice to go up. They are both falling down simultaneously. K-Dot, he tries to go into the back of the net to get some type of contact with the ball. The defense got split in half, and Team Reciprocity get the finishing goal.
And the Fruity and Farah connection come through for Reciprocity. And a 2-1 win here. And honestly, you know, thinking back upon this game, there was nothing really that stuck out too much. It was pretty back and forth here. It did feel like Vitality through the mid part of that game had a lot more control, but didn't put on a lot of dangerous shots.
Vitality, they were trying to control the ball inwards, go for some more midfield passing. Meanwhile, Reciprocity just banging it off the backboard. Even in those final seconds, Farah, he just slapped the ball all the way to the back end. He knew whenever you can throw yourself and the ball into an uncomfortable situation, you know, the defensive Vitality, nobody's rotating in. Once you keep going for challenge and challenge, Reciprocity, they've always been so good at not breaking their rotation whenever they're on offense. And I think that speaks a lot to the idea of them not ever changing their roster. Reciprocity, while they struggle to shoot, I feel like whenever they're rotating on point, they can starve out a team so easily.
And Reciprocity did outshoot Vitality in this game. They had 11 shots to the 5 of Reciprocity, or to the 5 of Vitality. And for Reciprocity, they're able to put away at least some of the shots to get out a goal, and that's what we asked of them here. And for Vitality now, it's about finishing your chances, especially when they have control in the final third, because they did have a lot of control over Reciprocity and given a few tough saves from Reciprocity. But Vitality, I think, did play a lot safer game here. It's about finishing out the game, and we'll see how they do here in game number 2.
And I think Vitality, if they can throw the ball into the corner a bit more, try and consume that corner boost and starve out Reciprocity a bit, maybe they can slow down the rotations and find a break.
Vitality on the attack first. Alpha staying with this, has options backed out to Fairy Peak. K-Dot cuts it out. Can he do it again? And can't get by Chaussette. Fairy Peak. It's a welcome demo. Here's Alpha looking for the back wall. Can Alpha get there? And the follow-up from Fairy Peak goes in top shelf. 1-0 for Vitality.
I thought Alpha for sure was going to hit this double touch, but it's actually better that he missed because he didn't misdirect the ball. It allows Fairy Peak to come out with a stellar dunk. A big setup. Alpha, huge plays from him, and he has been the assist most of the time for this team, setting up his team, doing his part on the offense that isn't just striking.
It is that threat of Alpha that opens up that play, because everyone thought he was going to get it.
And you have to respect him in that situation to get the double.
Give credit to Fairy Peak as well. He has been in that cleanup position waiting to see, okay, if the defense misses or if my attacker isn't going to get the double tap, I will be there to put it away. And he certainly was. And well earned for Vitality. And they're keeping on the pressure here. Certainly have picked up the pace.
Gotten more physical plays as well. A couple of demos back and forth, feeding the ball into the corner. and then going for that midfield pass. But now the counterattack, Reciprocity breaking out.
Comes out to Farah. Demo. Shot goes wide. Fairy Peak trying to claw his way out of his own end, and he does a great job. Back to the Reciprocity side.
And big clears from Reciprocity. You're noticing they're going for huge booming clears all the way over into the corner, but nobody's there to receive, to keep the possession on. Maybe they're just panicking the ball, flooding it out, but a demo like that should open it up. But yet again, it's still just a clear to nobody.
Farah. Weak shot cleared away by Alpha. Fruity trying to keep it in for Reciprocity. Looking for their first goal here in game 2. It's been all Vitality so far. Back into the midfield. Alpha, the back pass to Fairy Peak. Read by Fruity. Great read. Alpha still stayed with it.
Fruity, he ignited the flame last series versus Endpoint. He's the guy who started that mechanical shooting, got everybody fired up and warmed up, ready to get some actual positive shooting on net. Let's see if he can do it again.
The pass, stretch out for Alpha, and it was met by Chaussette. Fruity waiting patiently for this one to come through as Farah who picks it up for Reciprocity. Fruity. Hit by Fairy Peak and K-Dop, and K-Dop gets bumped out of the way. We wanted to carry that one. Alpha fighting for it in the midfield, and again Alpha has K-Dop at the top of the box. K-Dop comes through with the shot too high, and now Reciprocity tried to go on the counterattack, but Fairy Peak does a good job to slow that down, and now the pass down to K-Dop. Missed shot. He doesn't get the touch, or maybe he didn't want to get dunked. Either way, it never came through.
Magnificent attempts. You saw the passing, the vision, so much better. Now an opening for Alpha, but instead he takes it to the corner. Might have been able to get a shot on target. There wasn't anybody in net. The rotation a little bit slower on the side of Reciprocity.
Chaussette as Farah. Haven't seen too much offense from Reciprocity here. They've been stuck in their own end and have been feeling a lot of Vitality pressure. K-Dop gives the ball up to Chaussette. Tough ball. He's looking for the edge of the ceiling. It doesn't quite get there. The follow-up from Fruity's there, and Reciprocity tied up.
Chaussette gets a little bit of revenge. This is just like that play from from Alpha, where he went for the double touch, didn't get a hit. Chaussette, he flinged it up to the corner. The defense from Vitality thought he was going to get a double hit. Instead, he misses the ball, sets up his teammate beautifully, and now we got a tie game.
One's apiece in game 2. That's K-Dop trying to play this out for Vitality, and maybe you're talking about igniting the flame, and this could be it for Reciprocity, now finding themselves on offense once again. And here comes Vitality. K-Dop. Fairy Peak, big miss there on the goal line. Fairy Peak had the shot. Cleared away by Fruity. Space here for Farah, has K-Dop to beat. The shot immediately taken and cleared away by K-Dop.
Oh, what a dunk.
Dunked by K-Dop, looking for follow-up. It is there, saved by Farah, and Alphabet on the play as well. So everyone committed for Vitality. Fairy Peak so quick to get back.
20 seconds.
This ball dangerously looming above the Vitality net as they do combine to get it out. Rudy, he's up. He set up his teammates. It's up to Farah to keep it alive for Reciprocity, and Vitality might have the last lap here as it's thrown downfield. Chaussette has to clear it off the back wall. Alpha tried to get a piece of it, and eventually it does touch the ground. And overtime in game 2.
Just based off the positioning of Reciprocity, they were so aggressive there. Chaussette had to run back, so eager to get this goal. Reciprocity, they were just on the brink of finding that opening on defense, but now everything has reset as we have found ourselves in overtime.
Alpha, can he do it himself? Free ball off the back wall, couldn't get up and over it. Fairy Peak to follow it up. Back post shot is cleared away by Fruity. Vitality, quick 3 shots, 3 chances. Couldn't find the target. Credit to the Reciprocity defense to withstand it. Here's the demo. Actually onto Fruity.
Double commit.
Vitality do still keep the ball in the end, and a great clear. Finds the back wall of Reciprocity. Here's Alpha. trying to take it himself, still on the dribble, he lays it off to Fairy Peak, who pops it up. The defense in shambles right now for Reciprocity, as nobody's getting a touch. And Chaussette very patiently takes this ball away and gets
that's
the dunk.
the play that I'm looking for from Chaussette. Look at the way he dribbled it out of the defense. Reciprocity finding that stride of defense where they can dribble it out, keep possession, and going forward. Things are looking up for them.
Rudy's got to stretch out. He's not going to get there. Coming up on a minute and a half of overtime. Reciprocity on their defensive end, looking to slow up this Vitality attack, and they do so over Fairy Peak's head. Here's Chaussette. Lays it off for Fruity, and the follow-up from Alpha's there. K-Dot fighting on the goal line. It bounces up Fruity to clear it away, and again, some disorganization for the goal line of Reciprocity.
Oh no, but 2 up.
And Fairy Peak might have the touch. Didn't get it, but it threw off Chaussette, and Fairy Peak actually does get it in the end, and a 2-1 victory for Vitality. Taking a look at the replay, Fairy Peak doesn't really do anything to the ball.
Back-to-back fakes, but this time Fairy Peak actually got the phantom touch on the ball, faking out Chaussette. He thought that for sure Fairy Peak, who's been so clean with all of these cleanup goals, back and forth, getting those shots on target, would at least hit the ball. He gets the phantom touch. Chaussette just flies across the net, and that panic, eager play to make a prediction bites him right in the end.
And 11 saves coming out from Reciprocity. It does tell a bit of a story here.
My goodness.
Of what was going on, because it did feel like Vitality had the upper hand.
Yeah.
They were in the offensive zone for most of the game, and the shots speak for themselves. Vitality had 14 to the 5 of Reciprocity, and they were just peppering the net. And at the end there, especially in overtime, Reciprocity's defense really started to get spread out, and the communication obviously broke down. There were players flailing in the box. They did actually end up making a lot of those saves in the end, falling here.
And Vitality, I mean, they were getting huge clears over into the corners, which I love to see, because I felt like it really forced a lot of Reciprocity to use a ton of boost, get into that position to respond. Whenever Chaussette was dribbling, I thought that was great from them. But most of the time, I would see a couple of double commits whenever that booming clear would come out. And even in the end there, that's what happened to the goal. There was a double commit. 2 people ended up going forward, and Chaussette was just left in the backfield to try and make something out of a play.
And you had complimented Chaussette, doing a great job of bringing that ball down and then playing out from
his solid
zone.
50s.
Yeah, and solid challenges as well, as what has kept Reciprocity in it so far. And it was a close game in the end. It was just a 1-goal game, overtime win for Vitality. They look to keep it going in game 3. K-Dot, great pass out to Fairy Peak. This Reciprocity defense needs to find some form. Otherwise, Vitality will keep taking advantage here. Here's Fruity. Pick this one up, finds the ceiling, gets his flip back, but can't chase after the ball. Big miss there from Fairy Peak, gets some help from Alpha. Reciprocity on the clear. Does find a bit of space. And Vitality sitting pretty far back right now.
But look at those huge clears, K-Dot just booming it into the corner. And Reciprocity, they're just pushed up a tiny bit too far forward, and they can't get a perfect response. So maybe if you're Reciprocity, you could try and push the defensive line back just a tad bit and let them fall into the trap. Well, what is this? Farah off the defenders of Vitality.
Where was the defense for Vitality? Everyone was going back. Alpha got in the way of Fairy Peak on the challenge. And that's why nobody went up for Vitality. It was Fairy Peak's ball. And that's the opening for Reciprocity.
That's a very tilting goal, to say the least.
See if Vitality can bounce back. Fairy Peak trying to do it himself. Gets demoed for his efforts. Here's K-Dot. His turn to go up and over Chaussette. Maybe one more touch. K-Dot! What a goal from him!
Hello? K-Dot, what on earth was this off the ceiling? The triple touch and then the reset. K-Dot, I am out of words at this point. Okay. All right.
What can you say? We've seen K-Dot put on a show a few times. And what a way to do it here against Reciprocity to get the equalizer. Unreal shot from him, and now Reciprocity looking to respond.
Such a confidence booster after just getting one of the worst goals scored on you where you team bumped your own player. K-Dop, beautiful display of skill.
Still, just a tie game here. Plenty of time left, just under 3 minutes in game 3. Here's Farah for Reciprocity. And Fruity slow up the clear for Vitality. Shotset doing a great job of fighting for every inch here off the back wall. Follow up from Shotset. That play was beautiful from Reciprocity.
This is the passing we love to see, and it comes off the 50 from Shotset. The communication is there as well. He can rotate in. He knows Fruity isn't going to come out of the third man spot into the midfield, so he takes advantage, takes that field, takes that position, and he pushes himself forward. Shotset, a great challenge into great positioning.
And it's the scrappiness of Reciprocity there that keep that play alive.
Yeah.
2 big dunks to stop the clear from Vitality, and then the quick passing play to put it home, and Reciprocity get themselves back into the lead.
Very
peak shot is wide, and Vitality quickly now hungry for another goal. Alpha does bump Farah out of the way. K-Dop drops it down to Fairy Peak, who picks it up himself, trying to dunk it down over Fruity, and he does so. The follow-up was there from Alpha. Shotset does make the play, still tough for the Reciprocity's defense.
But a giant demo, and that opportunity, you saw an opening had been created, but Farah got the kill on the third man back. Was going to get the shot. Speaking of third man, here's Shotset rotating in with a nice shot on net. The pressure is there for Reciprocity, but it's team bump.
And Alpha passes off to K-Dop, near post shot, off the post and in, and K-Dop is in 4.
I think one team is literally going to make a mistake, and then the other is just going to copy that, because now we've got a team bump. We just saw it on the side of Vitality, and then Reciprocity come out. They have miscommunication all across the field, a team bump, and then it leads to an open net.
Tie game for Vitality, and a great bit of passing between Alpha and K-Dop. Reciprocity, now it's their turn. Here's Fruity. Cut out, and Alpha will land on it in the Reciprocity corner. Less than a minute and a half left. An exciting game 3 here. Farah, his touch. Alpha had to stretch out. Don't think he was expecting quite so much power. Farah in the midfield fighting for it. K-Dop leaves it off for Alpha to go. One more will do it for Vitality, and it does go in for K-Dop. And Vitality take back the lead.
And Farah, he had a chance, a double commit. Shotset was in front of him. That was his hit to get. Farah panics in return to try and clean up the situation that he caused. He gets too high above the ball, and now another double commit. Miscommunication for Reciprocity is what's plaguing them. They need to get organized on defense. Otherwise, Vitality, they're going to rip them apart.
A hat trick now for K-Dop, and less than a minute to go. Here's Fairy Peak. Vitality want to add to their lead. They can break down the Reciprocity defense one more time. They would all but secure game 3. K-Dop, big demo, and it's Alpha to put it away. K-Dop sets it all up.
Huge insurance goal, and this stems off K-Dop. You see him in the corner lurking for the demo. He takes the boost, gets the demo on the last man back, and now Alpha is there to reap all the rewards for K-Dop.
Vitality looking very strong here in game 3.
Yeah.
Good bit of passing between Alpha and K-Dop here.
And it's been a good bit of adjustment as well from Vitality. I mean, when things seem shaky, they instantly fix up what their issues are, if there's miscommunications, and now their playstyle has changed a bit. We've gotten more physical as things have progressed.
And this one comes clean off the back wall. Shotset lets it go as well, but with time ticking down, Vitality looking to waste the clock. Reciprocity haven't shown very much signs of life here, and that will end it. Vitality go up in the series, and what a banger of a match here in Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a nail-biter of a series. Both teams are neck and neck. I feel like, towards the end of this game, we definitely saw Vitality creep out the win in terms of possession and starvation. But for the most part, Reciprocity, they had so many threatening chances and opportunities. Chaussette was looking so good with his 50 game. And I think that, as the series unfolds even into the next game, Reciprocity, they have what it takes to bounce back as long as you can fix up that miscommunication and spread the field just a tiny bit.
And it feels like Vitality were playing in top form here in this particular game. It was Kadop who was setting up plays, but it was also Kadop scoring all the goals. 3 out of 4. He gets his hat trick here. And for Reciprocity, they have got to clean up the defense because right now, Vitality is eating them alive.
And we have to mention that insane solo play from Kadop. Right after a team bump came out on the side of Vitality, Kadop's there to support his team, to give them energy again with that insane flip reset off the ceiling. I don't even know how he managed to land on top of it. I love everything I'm seeing from him. And so far, I think Kadop has been the MVP. He's been the backbone of everything that Vitality have. He's had about, coming into this weekend, he had 0.81 goals per game, and then also 0.71 assists per game. Every single aspect of the pitch and of the game, he has been on point with.
And he has looked real good here, especially in that last game. Vitality looking to close it out here against Reciprocity. On the Reciprocity side, it really is about finding form and moving into that final third, because right now Vitality have taken complete control of the midfield. Have made life rough for Reciprocity. They haven't had a lot of good looks.
Kadop, already more demos on the field. Love to see it.
Fairy Peak was involved in the mix as well in the physical part of the game for Vitality. None of the opportunities came to a goal, but Fairy Peak was there pushing out defenders, making them think. Here's Chaussette looking for Fruity. He whips around and he plays it off the back wall, and Farah goes. It's going to come down. Fruity, can he put it away? It's a tough shot. Alpha does break it up.
A risky play for Farah to go for that ball, but I love the idea of it. He's feeling confident and aggressive. He knows that those are the chances he has to take. Here's another opportunity. Chaussette sets him up. Nobody's there to follow.
Still dangerous. Pass out. Farah has a shot. Alpha there to make the save, and Vitality now find themselves on the back foot. Chaussette can't get by Alpha. Here's Fairy Peak. Now the long clear from Kadop, but it comes straight back out to Chaussette. Reciprocity doing better to control this midfield now, at least through the first minute and a half.
Everybody on the pitch diving at these saves. Reciprocity have had so many shots towards the net. A lot of great passes into the midfield, but the saves have been too strong from Vitality.
Very deep. Going to get a second touch. He does. Fruity, his touch goes out for Chaussette, and he throws it downfield to Kadop. And what a touch here from Alpha. Nobody was expecting it. Chaussette had to stretch out. Traded demo between Alpha and Fruity. Now Kadop gets one on Fruity again off the respawn and almost converts to a goal. As Chaussette, you talked about it, Turtle, especially before the series started. Chaussette having to play a lot of defense right now.
Yeah.
And he is making the saves to his credit, but you would love to see him on offense for Reciprocity.
He's definitely getting stuffed out as well. I mentioned it earlier about going for dribbles, but at this point, he's out of options because when he does go for those attempts at dribbling it out, there's somebody like Kadop or Alpha who's being aggressive to just stuff him and just deny any defensive control.
Kadop all by himself off the back wall almost finds the net. He is definitely feeling himself in this series. Here's Chaussette. Tough shot. Bump did come through. Fairy Peak still makes the save.
Wait.
But Chaussette follows it up for Reciprocity.
I think Fairy Peak might have gotten bumped into this. Look at this. Farah on the backward. He hit what? Yeah. He boosts Farah into the bump. That is so unfortunate for Vitality.
And Fairy Peak does make the save. In the end, it came back out to Chaussette.
And I think Vitality, there was a defender there, though. That was just disorganization at its finest. That was crazy.
You can see the poise that Fairy Peak has, even with that bump, still able to read the play. Knows that he will have a flip after being essentially ejected from his side. Very Peak again on the clear. Here's Chaussette, full boost, dangerous from this
What has he
position.
got?
Looking to go himself. Does get the touch over the first defender. Tried to land on the fast man, and Farah comes through to put it away.
And Chaussette actually used his jump here to go under the ball a little bit more and get more leverage on the pass. Chaussette, an insane air dribble. Farah's there for the cleanup. Reciprocity, that little stroke of luck that we saw earlier with that bump is what they needed now to kickstart everything and get themselves on offense.
Reciprocity looking to force a game 5. We have not seen the same type of offense that we saw in the last couple games from Vitality. It's been all Reciprocity. They have really come alive, and they might get another one. Alpha there to clear it away himself. Looking for the flip reset. Tries to go under using that flip. And Chaussette does well to slow him up. Here's Alpha again. Now K-Dot, Very Peak on the challenge. Good cut by Chaussette to buy himself some space.
Nice dribbling.
If that gets past one, no boost. Just takes the corner and gets out.
Wasting a lot of time. Chaussette rushing into the corner. Now Fruity with a solid clear out. Great possession so far. They just want to waste time. They've got a security of 1 goal. If Vitality can also find one. Got a final minute here. Let's see what they have.
K-Dot just gives it up to Fruity, who's happy to bang it downfield. Fruity again. Looking to run out the clock. K-Dot does a good job on the dunk. Needs help from Very Peak. The demo on Alpha will slow things up for Vitality. And it does into the midfield. Reciprocity. 30 seconds left to hang on and get to a game 5, but about out of the way, and Alpha's going to take it. Vitality have a chance.
At first, Chaussette demoed the third man back, but a response to demo him out of the play. He was the third man rotating in, and then a bump on Farah from K-Dop. So many physical plays this entire series. It's been uncharacteristic from both these teams. Reciprocity did this so much last season, and now it's just a dogfight on the field.
With that bump, Vitality give themselves a chance. Here's Alpha, place it over to Very Peak. He gets over one. Very Peak shot off the crossbar and in, and Vitality tie it up.
My God, Alpha over to Fairy Peak, who pre-jumped the aerial shot. Fairy Peak, he knows Alpha's touch so well. He read him like a book, and they've gotten themselves tied up in this game. What?
17 seconds left off the kickoff. Are we going to overtime?
No way.
Or is Vitality looking to close out the series? K-Dop
They're relentless.
can't find the second touch. Vitality now having to play some defense. Farah's there. It's K-Dop to slow it down. Here's Chaussette off the back wall. Farah's going for a tough shot. Couldn't get it. In overtime in game 4.
Vitality, they just had highlight reel after highlight reel. No matter what Reciprocity can throw forward with their insane team plays, their passing, there's Vitality there to match them.
Reciprocity playing for their lives here. K-Dop throws it into the Reciprocity corner, and not the best clear from Fruity. K-Dop puts it away himself. 20 seconds, beats the defender.
They secure the win off of a mistouch from Chaussette. He doesn't even get any contact with the ball. He can't find a challenge, and K-Dop in the corner, a monster this entire series. He's the one to close the entire game out. What a performance from K-Dop.
Who better to do it than K-Dop? He has popped off in this series, and especially in the last couple of games. And this has been a fantastic series for Vitality.
And then can we talk about the pre-jump from Fairy Peak in this game as well? From Alpha, every single individual player having an insane performance. Vitality looking unbeatable right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you get performances like that from K-Dop, what can you do for anyone who goes against this Vitality team?
And even whenever K-Dop's teammates, Alpha and Fairy, were having a difficult time on defense, K-Dop was there to bail him out. All of K-Dop's clears, as well, I noticed, were huge boomers to the corners. I talked about it earlier. Those clears were what buyed out a lot of time for his teammates to get boost, as well as himself.
And just to continue on, K-Dop and Alpha looked good on offense, but I think the unsung hero for Vitality right now has been Fairy Peak.
Yeah,
he's been able to find those bumps. Certainly did in this game.
Oh, yeah.
He was able to open up shots, open up space for his team, and most importantly, buy his teammates time to get back on defense, especially when K-Dop and Alpha commit so hard trying to put one away. I think Fairy Peak really rounds out this Vitality team.
Oh, without a doubt. And Alpha, now he's finding that stride. He's finding his position where he fits in the best. And whether it's being on offense, getting in front of balls, or just basically challenging every single thing he can on the offensive side to stall and waste time. Everybody really has been meshing super well. And this series, though, like we talked about it, I mean, you got to give it to K-Dop, a monster showing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vitality do take down Reciprocity in 4 games. We've said our piece. We're going to send it back to Leaf to break it all down.